In today's video, I will be showing you guys the top 10 best swords in Blox Fruits. I have every sword in Blox Fruits, and yes, I have also upgraded every single sword. I know, I am a little nerd. But that's besides the point. This list contains swords which have good damage, good combo potential, and lastly, most of them are pretty easy to use. But before I continue, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are literally so close to 150,000 subscribers. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Number 10, Tushita. This bad boy right here. I would say this is one of the most underrated swords in Blox Fruits. First of all, let me just show you guys the moves. So the first move you can actually hold and it deals a bunch of damage, and as you can see, it also knocks back your enemy. Then here we have the second move. You don't have to hold this one, but it's just a simple dash. And just like all the other good swords, you can just pair both of these moves together and deal a bunch of damage. The damage and the moves are actually pretty good on this sword, but that's not the reason why I picked it. Personally, I think Tushita is a super duper easy sword to use, and even if you are a beginner, like, you can easily do some little combos and actually earn a bunch of bounty using this sword. And the best part is you can also use all the moves perfectly in the air, which means nobody can run away from you. But just make sure to use a good fruit with a good sword. Anyways, that's a lot of yap. Let's move on into the next sword. Number 9, Dark Blade. This bad boy right here. This is probably one of the coolest looking swords in the game, and if you are using it to fight other people, it will not disappoint you. First of all, I just want to make this clear. This sword is worth 1200 Robux. So yeah, it's not for everybody, but you guys can get it from trading, and that's how I got the Dark Blade as well. Anyways, that's besides the point. This is the first move right here. You can tap it. It does 5000 damage. Then we have the second move, which is the X move. You can tap it and it does 5000 damage once again. And if you hold down the X move, you have this beautiful aura, and the X move is so much faster and also deals a little bit more damage. Well, that is to be expected if you are spending more than 1000 Robux just for a sword in Blox Fruits. But the best part is this sword is literally so OP. Like, in less than a second, you can almost one-tap your opponent. For some reason, the moves don't really look that strong, but somehow you just deal so much damage so fast. Like, it's low-key crazy. But the reason why I ranked it pretty low on the list is, first of all, it's a paid item. Like, you have to spend Robux to get it. Secondly, if you want to use this sword properly, you will need to do a lot of practice, because it's not really that easy. But still, overall, I think Dark Blade is definitely a solid sword, so yeah. Let's move on into the next one. Number 8, Dragonheart. This sword right here. Well, Dragonheart is not particularly a easy sword to get. You have to do a bunch of grinding if you want to get your hands on this sword, but I think it is totally worth it. And if you don't believe me, just look at this. This is the first move. It's a freaking whole dragon, bro, and the damage is insane. Then here is the second move. You can hold it down for even more damage, and then when you throw it, look at that. Easy freaking damage. And the best part I like about this sword is that it's very easy to use. Like, you don't even have to do much effort if you want to use this sword. Like, just simply do a little bit of aiming and then just use your abilities. It's literally that easy. Like, you don't even have to practice or learn combos or anything like that. But while using this sword in the air, I actually feel like a little bit of a disadvantage, because the first move works completely fine, right? But the second one is a little bit tricky to use. Like, you know, you most of the time miss that one. But to be honest, that's not like a very big problem. Most of the people fight in the ground or just a little bit higher in the air, unless the people who just like to run away like freaking noobs, bro. I hate those people. But yeah, back to what I was saying, this is definitely a very strong sword, and if you guys haven't tried this out already, you're missing out on a very strong sword. Number 7, Yama. This is the Yama sword right here, and let me just show you guys the moves real quick. This is the first move right here, simple dash, which deals a decent bit of damage, and then we have the second move, which is yet again another dash, which just stuns your enemy for a little bit, just a tiny bit. But even that tiny bit can be very useful. And just like any other good sword, you can use both of the moves together. Look at this. You just have to turn around, do a 180, and simply use both of the moves together. And the most important part, this sword is actually very good for dodging attacks and just utility wise. For example, you can just dash in the air like 2 times in a row, dodge attacks, you know, like stuff like that. Even if you are a fruit main, for example, you are using the kitsune fruit for PvP, or you are using the do fruit, any fruit in the game, you can use the Yama sword to help you out with combos, to dodge attacks, to just travel and confuse your enemy. That is the main reason why this sword is on this list. Number 6, Dragon Trident. This is the Dragon Trident right here. A super duper easy sword to get, but yet it is actually super strong. And let me just show you guys the moves. The first move is a projectile. Wherever you aim, just look at that. Easy damage. Then the second move is just insane. Look at this. Big AoE, big damage, and plus it also stuns your enemy for just a little bit, like a very small, like 0.1 seconds. But these types of little stuns can make a big difference. Like you can literally do a one-tap combo in 2 seconds. Like, it's so freaking easy. I would say on this list, Dragon Trident is the easiest sword to use. Like, you don't really need anything. You don't really need that much aim. You just need to use your moves at the right time. Like, that's just the only requirement. Like, if you are a beginner and want to earn bounties super duper fast and you don't really have that much experience, I would say Dragon Trident is definitely one of the best options you have. Number 5, Spiky Trident. This bad boy right here. This is personally one of my favorite swords in the game, and let me just show you guys why. Well, here are the moves first. The first move is a simple dash, which also drags your enemy with you, dealing a bunch of damage. And the second move is literally the opposite of that. You aim and you can pull your enemies towards you. And while you are pulling them, you actually stun them as well. Which, if you have 2 brain cells, it means you can do combos right after you pull them in. But people can simply dodge your pull attack, which makes it very difficult to actually land on your opponent. And plus, it requires extreme good aim. If you just miss by a little bit, yeah, you're literally cooked. But here is a very good tip that will help you guys. Some moves in Blox Fruits actually break your observation haki. For example, the M1 of Skull Guitar or the first move of Skull Guitar. These moves can actually turn off your observation haki and you can't use it for like 5 or 10 seconds. And here is where you can use your Spiky Trident. First of all, you could just spam your M1s, then you can use your Z ability right here and then just simply pull them in, do a little combo or whatever you want, and easy freaking fight. And just like with the Yama sword, if you are using any fruit in the game, you can use the Spiky Trident to help yourself out. Number 4, Gravity Blade. This is the Gravity Blade right here. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a very simple sword. This is the first move. It basically pulls in your enemy just like the Spiky Trident. But instead of you having to aim very precisely, it has freaking aimbot. Like, it just pulls your enemy randomly. Like, you just have to look in the direction and you can pull your enemy in. You don't even have to aim at them. And this is the second move right here. It simply drags them in the air, does a little bit of slashes, and deals a decent bit of damage. And yes, you can use both of the moves one after another. If you are very good with the Skull Guitar, this sword becomes super duper easy to use. Like, look at this. It's just a piece of cake, bro. Like, if you just do a little bit of a stun with the Skull Guitar, pull them in, use your move again, do this, do that. Like, look at that. Bro, easy freaking kill. But of course, these are NPCs and your opponents are not just gonna stand there in front of you, right? So you definitely have to learn and adapt using this sword. But at the end of the day, it is one of the strongest swords in the game, no doubt. Number 3, Shark Anchor. Okay, this was definitely expected. I would say this is one of the most broken swords in the game. And the best part is, look at how cool this looks, bro. It's so freaking sick. Well, first, this is the first move. If you hold it down, you just do this circle thingy and then you throw your enemy, dealing a ton of damage. And to finish it off, the second move is a simple dash, which also deals a bunch of damage. And you might be looking at the moves and thinking, okay, it's just an ordinary sword, right? Well, I didn't show you guys one thing. The first move actually can be used as a projectile as well. For example, there is my enemy and I just aim at him, look at this. Easy freaking damage. And I think the first move carries this sword by a mile. Like literally I just run around, then just aim at my enemies, do this projectile move. Somehow a combo appears randomly in front of me, and then I just win the fight. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just how it works. This first move is by far one of the best moves in the game, and it's very difficult for your enemy to actually dodge it as well. But once again, if you want to use this sword properly, you will need to have a little bit of practice, because it's not like a super easy sword to use. Like you just don't really spam your moves or anything. You actually have to learn how to use this sword properly if you want to win most of your fights. Number 2, true triple katana. Here we have the true triple katana, and let me just quickly show you guys the moves. The first move is a simple dash, but just look at the damage, 6000 damage. Then the second move is just like a projectile, which also deals a crap ton of damage. Look at that. And by the way, these damages are after this sword got nerfed. Back in the day, this sword was even more stronger. Like imagine how broken this sword really was. And to be honest, I think still it is a very strong sword. Like especially using the X move, you can do so many different combos, and like they're literally free. Like you don't even have to do anything for the combos. You just have to use your moves. Like usually whenever you are doing a combo, you have to think about it, right? Like you have to, use the moves at the perfect time and stuff like that, right? But with this sword, it's quite the opposite. You just do one move, then do the other move. Like you don't even have to think about it, bro. It's so freaking easy, bro. But personally, I think this is one of the hardest swords to get in the game. And just to get this sword, you need to get 3 other legendary swords, and you have to level them up to 300 mastery as well, which is definitely not a piece of cake if you have bad luck in this game. But yeah, I would say it is definitely worth it. This is one of the best swords in the entire game. Number 1, cursed dual katana. This right here. Like personally, I would say cursed dual katana and the spiky trident are my favorite swords in the game. The first move is a projectile, but if you actually hold it down, you spin around for a little bit and then you do the projectile, dealing almost 6000 damage. And you don't always have to hold it. You can just simply tap it, and then it just simply works as a projectile. Then the second move is crazy. You just tap it. Look at that. You go through the enemy, dealing a bunch of damage. And I'm not gonna lie, the second move carries cursed dual katana. You can literally hold it down and look. It has insane amounts of range. Like, bro, if somebody's running from you, you can literally do one move of cursed dual katana and catch them. Like, literally. And plus, the best part is I really like to use it to do combos, since it also stuns your enemy for a little bit, so you can actually do like a little combo after it, dealing a bunch of damage. And I would say after getting the hang of the cursed dual katana, it is actually hands down the strongest sword in the game. Like I don't think any sword comes near it. Like it's so easy to use. It deals insanely high damage. The combos are super duper easy. Like it's just a freaking amazing sword. Even if you are using any fruits in the game, for example the gas fruit, for example the spirit fruit, or the kitsune fruit, you can use the cursed dual katana to help you do very good combos. Like with whatever fruit you are using, you can use the cursed dual katana to help you out, do some combos, just earn bounty. So yeah, I think the cursed dual katana deserves to be at the #1 spot on my list. So yeah, that basically wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys found this video helpful or enjoyed it even a little bit, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because more than 90% of you guys are not subscribed. And while you're at it, make sure to join my Discord server down in the description as well. And yeah, with that being said, hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.